What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We are here with another reaction to Gen V. Episode 1 was pretty cool. Had my thoughts. Love the main character. I love how they handled it, especially what she went through and everything like that. I love that they do it because it wasn't they didn't create any kind of jokes around it. They just got straight to it, and it kept the same tone that season 3 of The Boys left off with. So I'm really appreciative of them not like being joked around with the subject and all this other stuff. um the situation with Golden Boy was tragic. Of course was tragic. But if it's leading them to that, I'm wondering what the woods is all about. So without no further ado, we're just gonna jump in. If you guys want to see my reactions to The Boys Gen V, go check it out on the Patreon, man. If you want to watch ahead, if you want to know what's going on over there in the shows that we're watching over there, go check it out. Let's jump into the reaction, and I will see you guys right after for the review. This is for you guys who did not see the video, did not see the update of how things are going to work going forward. So let me explain, because I know you're asking, where's the reaction? Where's the edited version of this? If you want to see the reaction, the full reaction is going to be free for you. I'm going to link it in the description, but I also want you guys to go over to the Patreon and sign up for free. You can watch it there as well. This way you guys can have more consistent content, because I want you guys to enjoy the reactions. That's what it's all about. It's not about me trying to slave over editing videos for you guys. Like, at this point, I'm done. The review comes after this. So when she uses her powers too much, she fucking have seizures and shit? Come on, man. Bro. Andre, you are lucky, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. Gen V is pretty dope, man. I'm not even gonna lie. I had my skepticisms about it. For sure, I had my skepticism about it because it's a spin-off, right? And usually spin-offs are not really, great. Just call a spade, but overall, I'm enjoying it. The tone of it, everything just lines up with The Boys for sure. And as I said, I'm trying to place the timeline, so let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments, when this takes place, or where it fits in the timeline of the Boys. Was this like before season 3? Is this after season 3 of the events of season 3? Like, you know what I'm saying? Or is this before everything was going on? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because it has to be like after season 2, or like, after the events of season 2 or season 3. I'm thinking it's got to be somewhere there. So either way, great episode. Andre, they got to be real careful out here, man, because Vought be doing some crazy stuff with the soups, right? I don't know if they're trying to give them powers, or they're still like experimenting on, like, siblings of these soups or something like that. I don't know if that's what they're doing. I don't know if she's like have candidates. I don't know if her, is a possibility that her sister is in the woods because of her being a soup, and it seems like there's some sort of sibling connection here. You know what I'm saying? Because Luke's younger brother is there. There's a possibility that Marie's sister is there. And they say, oh, of course not. We don't know nothing about your little sister or whatever. They're saying she's in foster care or whatnot. There's a possibility that she's in the woods and they're experimenting on her because, if you have the genes, if you have the genetic makeup to actually get superpowers, they might, fall in line. We have Andre and his father, right? So I see that theme in the show so far, where it's like it seems like this is like a bloodline thing that Vought is after. I do want to take some time to talk about Emma's situation. People like that, man, and I'm saying this. I don't know how YouTube is going to feel about it once this episode goes on YouTube, but when you see people going through stuff like that, and it's not necessarily, this is not a, it's not bullying. It's more of like you're trying to fit in so bad and then get taken advantage of, and you don't know how to handle that, so you crash out, if you will. You crash out because you don't have anybody to lean on. Maria's kind of like, now she's in the top 10, so she's kind of leave Emma behind. In a way, Emma is going to feel like that, and I'm scared for her, right? I'm scared for her because I think she's going to end up like Luke, right? And she doesn't like getting small. It's pretty obvious she doesn't like the powers that she has, right? She doesn't exactly want to be that way because of what she has to do to get small. You know what I'm saying? It's absolutely disgusting what she has to do to get small. And she said every time she does it, she gets smaller and smaller and smaller. So I'm really scared for her because she has nobody to turn to when she's going through all this stuff. That bitch that was coming on the screen talking about patriarchy and all, I can't stand y'all bitches, man. I cannot stand people that are like that. That talk about that stuff, or the patriarchy and the male gaze and all this different stuff that we have to deal with in real life today. That's why I said, the boys, all of it just seems like just a big parody of what's happening in real life today, right? It's crazy in the US. So it's like, in terms of like, that was so gross what she had that other girl do to, licking the tail, and it's just like, she's disgusting, man. I wonder what her powers is. Like, I want to know what her powers is so we can all laugh at her. You know what I'm saying? So we can all laugh at her, right? It's just crazy to me. How can you treat another human being like that? Like, what do you mean if it was of course it was a secret. She told you she wasn't proud of it. She doesn't like doing it. You even admitted that you know what I'm saying? And you tried to make her feel better in the moment too. And then you're gonna be like, well, I didn't know it was a secret. Bitch, you knew it was a secret. It was all about the views. It's kind of like with TikTok nowadays. You see these videos, these people just crying for attention. They're just crying for attention. Oh my god, it's just disgusting, bro. Anyways, great episode. But I'm worried about Emma, man. Them finding out about the woods, and us finding about, you know what I'm saying, what's really happening in the woods there. Pretty sure they're gonna explore that a lot more and connect it a lot more as well. It's very interesting how this is, man. And I know there's some, political themes, woke stuff that goes on in this show, but it doesn't take over the show. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't take over the show. And that's the reason why I still watch The Boys, because if they were pushing these kind of agendas in the show, I probably would have dropped it, because I don't particularly like when they're obviously, pushing an agenda. When it's just you make it just a part of the world that they live in. These things happen, we can understand because it's a referral, right? So it's like a reference, I should say, not a referral. Fuck. A reference, right? So when it's like they're trying to push these agendas down your throat and you just gotta accept it, right? I'm not into that. You know what I'm saying? All this wokeism stuff, but it just happens to be there. I like when it's like that, when you just make it a part of the world, and it's just a world that they live in, and that's just what it is. I like that better than you trying to just shove it down my throat and stuff like that, right? And I can just give my opinion on it and move on, right? That's what it is. That's how it should be. Okay? So at the end of the day, appreciate this, man. This was a great episode. Leave a like, leave a comment. See you guys for the next one. I'm out. Peace.